Yes, people, it's your boy Fred Stones. I'm back again in full effect. Back like your spine, all of them things there. Guys, listen, yeah. I'm not even going to beat around the bush in this video or nothing. I'm going to keep it real with you. Funky. 2 Virgils, 100, 98 plus 2. Listen, yeah. This year, it's been a mad year. It's been a mazza. It's been emotionally draining. Like, some mad shit has happened. Like, I thought I broke a mirror or something. Like, I didn't know what was going on at one point. Like, I've never been in and out, well, had so much contact with the hospital. At one point, I was in the hospital so much. I was in there more than my house and them things there. This is facts. And it wasn't because I was, well, basically, let me tell you the story. I'm going to just keep it real with you. I'm not going to go too deep into the story because this is months of things happening. I'm not going to tell you months of stories and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's going to take too long of a video. And besides that, I don't want to trigger like the emotions I had them times because, yo, it was a lot. I've never been through so much in my life. That's why I couldn't record anything. I couldn't come here and sit down. I saw a lot of what's happening in the world and stuff, but I couldn't come here and sit down and laugh with you lot because I was literally crying inside and them things. So, guys, have you guys heard of Grace Victory? Grace F. Victory. She's a YouTuber, really popular YouTuber. And you know what? Before what happened, basically what happened to her happened to my girlfriend, yeah? Before what happened to her happened, I'd only just heard about her on Shade Borrow's blog post. I heard she was in a coma after like having a baby and all that, and I was like, it was a mad story, and I was like crazy. I was thinking that's crazy and all that, yeah? Fam, not to know, yeah? Like literally a couple weeks later, I'd be going through the same thing. Exactly the same thing. I kid you not. Imagine, yeah? 5th of January, my girl, she's 7 months pregnant. My girl, soon to be my wife, fiance and all that stuff, yeah. 7 months pregnant with our first child together, yeah. And it's both of our first, we ain't got no kids. Both of our first child, yeah. And then basically she gets ill on the 5th of like January. She's been, you know how it is with pregnant women. Like they get ill sometimes, they have good days and bad days, yeah. But she, in last couple of days until the day I called the ambulance, she hadn't been breathing well. We spoke to her mum about it, and her mum's like, if it happens again, call the ambulance. And I'm glad she said that because I'm not one to call the ambulance. I deal with everything like, it's mad. I'm old school like that. And my girlfriend always tells me, no, call the ambulance, do this, right. Anyway, on the 5th of January, she got so ill, I called the ambulance. The ambulance came, they came in the house, laughing, ha, with the guy and the woman or whatever. And then they took her out, she walked out the house, everything calm. Not to know that was going to be the last time I saw this girl for months. Till she's like, till it got to a point where like she's making they told her in the hospital she got to make her last phone call and them things there. Like, it's crazy. She basically got COVID, yeah? We all got COVID. The whole family got COVID. I don't know, someone must have brought it in the house, yeah? The whole family got COVID. But she got it the worst because everyone else got over it. She got it the worst because she was pregnant. You know when it is when it's pregnant, the baby just sucks out all the nutrition and nutrients out your body and all them things there. That's why pregnant women, they sleep more and things like that, or they eat more, or they got cravings for certain things. Anyway, yeah. She goes into the hospital now, yeah. 3 days after this girl goes into the hospital, obviously we're conversing, speaking to the doctors and all that stuff. 3 days, like she's calling me and they're saying, oh, she's gonna have to have a C-section. Bearing in mind she's 7 months pregnant. My son's still got 2 months to go. They're saying she's gonna have to have a C-section because obviously her condition was getting worse and it could be dangerous also for the baby and them things there. So they gave her a C-section and all that. Yeah, it was mad. My baby came like, it was meant to come on the 26th of February. This guy got here on the 8th of January, yeah? So that was mad. Going through all that emotion. And like because she was like drugged up a little bit when she was having a C-section, she kind of remembers, but she doesn't remember because shortly after that, they put her in a coma. And before they put her in a coma, yeah, like, before they put them in a coma, they got to make this call in it. This like almost like a last call because the coma is this induced coma. It's a 50% chance. You may come out of it. You may not come out of it. So she's made this call to me. She's video called me and she's saying all these things. Yo, it's crazy still. I don't even want to talk about all that stuff. Like I said, it's mad emotional. It's something I don't really want to rehash up and all them things there. Yeah. Like she made a call and all that stuff. So she's gone into the coma now. That was a mad day. Like, man was drinking, like, a lot of Evian, obviously. That was a mad day. And then while she's in the coma, me, her mum, her family, obviously, we're talking to the doctors every day, trying to find out her condition and all that. And I'm also speaking to the doctors at the same time. So I'm phoning one pair of doctors about her. Then I'm phoning the next set of doctors about my son, seeing how he is. Luckily enough, yeah, praises be to Allah. Praises be to Allah. Luckily, and thank God, yeah, praises to the Most High, yeah. This guy, he came 2 months early, strong. You know what I mean? He comes from a man like me and his mum. Strong people he came from. 2 months early, he didn't need no intervention. Nothing. No air, no air, you know. I didn't mean that. Like, he didn't need nothing. Like, he didn't need no extra stuff. All he needed was food. All he needed was food. And that was a blessing in itself and all them things, yeah. So I was having, like, conversations with the doctors every day with him, about him, and then the next doctors about her and all that, because obviously they're in 2 different departments, in the same hospital and all that. So she's in the coma. And then with my son, because he was born by someone from COVID, like, they had kind of had to section him off as well. They had him in this little things in the baby section, in that little see-through boxes and all that stuff. And they tested him they had him in there for like 2 weeks, yeah? And they tested him about 5 times in the 2 weeks. And bearing in mind, yeah, I couldn't go see him this time as well. Because when my girl got tested for COVID, and she had COVID, we all had to go and test. Well, I had to go and test, because obviously that's my girl. We live in the same house, yeah. I got tested positive for COVID as well, yeah. So I had to, like, I couldn't go to the hospital. I got a quarantine for 14 days, yeah. So my son's there. I'm speaking to the doctors every day. I can't see him. And it's so heartbreaking. Like I can't touch him, nothing, yeah. Long story short, yeah, the 14-day passes. Now I'm allowed to go to the hospital. When I get to the hospital, I still can't see him because he hasn't passed his quarantine time yet. So I'm sitting there looking at my son for a good 3 days. It was a three days I couldn't, like, touch him or hold him for, because he's still quarantined off. 3 days I'm sitting there just looking at him. I'm dead. Yo, listen, yeah. I was in the hospital from whatever time man could wake up, yeah, 8 o'clock in the morning till like 11 at night. Like, straight until I took my son home. I was there every day, just in the hospital with my son and them things there. And while I was in the hospital, it was mad. Like, I saw so much in our hospital. Like, I'm so grateful for the NHS and the people and the doctors. Like, these guys, they don't get thanked and praised enough for the jobs they do. They are amazing people, I swear to God. Like, these people, oh my God. Like, how much can you pay someone for saving people's lives and doing the kind of jobs they do? But obviously, there's not a price on it, but they got to get paid more than they do get paid in them things there. Like, do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, while I was there, just sitting there with my son for 3 days, yeah, oh my God, the things I saw, there was baby. My son was born, yeah, when he was born, obviously he was prem. So he was born at 3 pounds and 11 ounces on the 8th of January at 21:53, yeah. And I'm seeing babies in this baby section, yeah. There was a baby in there, born at 500 grams. Yo, sugar's heavier than this baby. Like, bro, I saw so much heartbreaking things in there that I was like, yo, I'm kind of lucky. There was another guy, yeah. There was a few other parents where I was, yeah. But there was another guy in the baby section that I was, yeah. I'd heard the nurses talking about this guy before, saying, oh, because obviously this baby was just sitting there and there was no parent by him, yeah? I'd heard the nurses talking about the parent of this baby saying, oh, the guy, he wants to come in, but he can't because he just can't see the baby right now because it's so emotional to be going through this. I didn't know this same guy was going through what I was going through. Anyway, this guy, yeah, I was just in the baby section one day and he came through. And this guy, for like the whole day, all he did was cry and cry and cry and cry and cry. And like the next day I was there, I see him again, cry. He's just crying and crying and crying and crying. Until I'm a man, yeah, I'm very confident. And I spoke to him, I was like, yo, you're right. Like, what's happening? And then he told me what was going on. He was going through exactly the same thing. Imagine that. His girlfriend, pregnant, they just had a boy as well. You know what's mad? With everyone that went through this pregnant coma thing, even Grace Victory as well, all these people, my girl, the people that I've heard of, they all had boys. I don't know. Maybe there's other people that have been through that had girls, but all the stories that I've heard so far, they all had boys. Yeah. So this guy was there and he cried for 2 days. So when I spoke to him and I asked him what happened, he told me he was basically going through exact same thing I was going through. And he's saying to me, like how can you just how do you have the strength to, and he's seen me, I'm there when he gets there and when he goes, I'm there. So he's like, how do you have the strength to not break down or cry or nothing? Because we went for coffee together, we spoke and all that. This guy's a professional. He does well-paid job and them things there. And he's saying to me, how do I not break down and all that? But every single human being just deal with their pain differently, innit? I just, you know what I mean? I've been through a lot in my life. I don't know. I just deal with it a bit different. Anyway, I saw a lot of stuff in that hospital and I'm very grateful for the NHS. 3-day passes, I can finally touch my son. Oh my God. That's one of the greatest days of my life. One of the greatest days of my life. And then luckily enough, yeah, he was so healthy. The nurse said, imagine, yeah, I went to the hospital on the 4th day or whatever, yeah. As normal in the morning. And then the main nurse who does the rounds, she came and done the round. And she's speaking to me. She's like, yeah, he's very good. You're ready to take him home. I'm like, yeah. So when can I take him home? She's like, yeah, you can take him home tomorrow. I'm like, huh? Bearing in mind, yeah, I've got to take him home and look after him by myself. A premature boy by myself, yeah. Listen, until this experience, I swear to God, I'm so grateful for women, on a next level. We don't appreciate women enough. Oh my God. See, when women after birth go through whatever they go through, mental health and all that stuff, and they can't cope and all that, I can understand why. Because you've gone through 9 months of not sleeping, not being able to sleep, bare pain, not being able to eat or do whatever you're doing, yeah? And then you got to go through all these sleepless nights that I had to go through my baby. I took my baby home a couple of days later when the nurse... go back to when the nurse said you can take him home. I was like, what? I can't take him home. I don't know what to do. How am I gonna take care of a brand new baby and all that stuff, yeah? So she said, what do you want to do? I said, just give me a couple of days. I want to sit there and watch you. I'm going to come in early each morning, watch you guys what you do. So I came in the next day. I watched what they did. As soon as the first nurse changed him, gave him the bottle and all that, bro, I became a pro. Literally, after that, every day since, I've been feeding my child and changing his nappy and all that stuff, yeah? Took him home, on the Monday, because it was the Friday when I spoke to her. She said, oh, you can take him home on a Saturday. I said, no, give me a couple more days. I took him home on the Monday, and boy, women, I'm grateful for you guys. I'm so appreciative of you guys. You guys are literally God. You are Mother Earth. Listen. Looking after a baby, bro, I didn't sleep for months. Don't get me wrong. I had help, certain times when I wanted to go for a smoke, go just chill out for a bit. In the daytime, her sister and her mum helped me and all that stuff, yeah. But more time, I was doing, you know what I'm saying? I was doing everything. And I'm so grateful. I'm also grateful for people like Nadia on Instagram, all the people who are subscribers and who have shouted out to me, asking me what's happening. And I just let people know. But I was going through such a mad time, I couldn't do no videos. Anyway, so just looking after my son, yeah, bro, that was hard. That was hard. And listen, yeah, I don't even know how long this video is running for. I didn't even mean to make a long video, but I'll try to cut this story short. I'm going to just run quickly to the end, yeah. So my girl got transferred from Hillingdon Hospital to Royal Brompton. When they transferred her from Hillingdon Hospital, yeah, she was really, really bad. She was really, really, really bad. It was life or death. She was really bad. So they took her to Royal Brompton. When they took her to Royal Brompton, I'm telling you, but I didn't know about Royal Brompton. I don't know about all these hospitals. But when they took her to Royal Brompton, I was doing mad research. That's how, obviously, I've done more research on Grace Victory and everyone has been through this kind of things. And I've done my research on Royal Brompton, and it turns out they were a sick hospital. And, oh yeah, sorry, the team that came to get her, the Royal Brompton team that came to get her from Hillingdon Hospital is called the ECMO team. The ECMO team, they got this thing called the ECMO machine, yeah? For everyone who ain't heard about the ECMO machine, yeah? The ECMO machine is an artificial lung or heart that they help use to support you when everything else has failed. This is for like critically ill patients. This is when everything has failed. They got to use this ECMO machine. And not everyone qualifies for this ECMO machine. Only very few people qualify for it. Because to run this ECMO machine apparently is mad expensive. And there's only a very, very few of them in I don't know, in England or in the world. Do you know what I'm saying? I think in the world, just in general, there's only a very few of them. That's why me and my girlfriend, especially after she came through what she came through, we've also like donated towards like funds towards the ECMO machine and all that stuff, yeah? Like, that's what the ECMO machine is. So when they came through and got her, that's how bad it was. This team came through, Royal Brompton, they took her in there. I'm not going to lie. After I've done my research about this Royal Brompton Hospital and this ECMO machine and all that, I slept a little better still. Because see the Royal Brompton Hospital, yeah? I think it's in Chelsea. Royal Brompton Hospital, people come from all over the world to come and get treatments there. That's how sick they are. Long story short, she got better from... before she even got better, the doctors were making video calls with us and she was attached to all these mad machines and all that. Bro, it was crazy. She was in a hospital for months. Anyway, she got a bit better. Then they couldn't keep her in Royal Brompton no more. So they transferred her back to they transferred her to a next hospital. So she's in a next hospital now, yeah? And then when she got a bit better from there, a few weeks later, then she went to a next hospital for rehab. And when she went to rehab, she couldn't walk. She couldn't walk because she'd been in a coma for God knows how long. She couldn't walk. She's just about, obviously she can talk now and properly. And even that, she had to go through speech therapy before she could actually talk properly and stuff. Then she had to learn to walk. And then like all her muscles, she hadn't been using her muscles for years. She couldn't even open a cap or bottle and them things there, yeah? Was gone. And then like she went through a little phase, like, I don't know if you remember it, where she also, like, when she was coming through rehabilitation, where she also, I was able to take my son to go visit her, and she also didn't want to see my son. And that was a little mad time as well. Like, it was a lot. Do you know what I'm saying? It was a lot. And then she got better, and then she went to see him, and she's the best mum ever in the flipping world now. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just all them drugs that was given to her messed up her brains, her hormones and all that stuff. And as it will, because it's also helping her get better, but there's side effects to it. But she got better, and we came home, and I'm so grateful and so thankful for everyone who reached out, all the messages. Look, listen, I had Muslim friends sending me long surahs from the Quran, praying over the phone for me. My Christian friends, like, I'm so appreciative. Like, I don't want to say their names out. I'm so appreciative for everyone. Like, everyone has said prayers, send me love, messages. Everybody, like, our work friends, they're so great. They set up a GoFundMe for her. Like, they done every like, I'm happy to be here, which is why I'm gonna go harder than I did before. Facts, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, like, my girl's not still fully back to, like, you know what I'm saying? She's gonna be back there. They said it's gonna be like about a year till she gets proper better again. But she's good. She's got my son right now. They're well. My son is beautiful. Like, he's beautiful. Like, I was gonna put his picture up, but YouTube's too big. I don't want trolls trying to talk rubbish about my son. Like, I'm not having it. That is like them kind of things. It's like, if you want to see my son, if you follow me on Instagram, you can check it on Instagram. Boy, but this year's been mad. Again, I'm thankful, I'm grateful, praises be to Allah. Do you know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of other people went through this, and boy, and I know even some people didn't have the support that I did, and boy, it's mad. And you know what? One more thing before I go. I didn't want to make this video long. One more thing, yeah? Like, my mum died when I was 11 from childbirth, yeah? So when all this was happening, I'm thinking, yo, this, please don't be deja vu or some madness. Even though this would have been COVID, but it would still be like, even though hers is not straight from childbirth, but it would have been like, you know what I mean? But again, I'm thankful, grateful. We got through everything. We're here today and we move. You know what I'm saying? Guys, as you can see, I'm back on these YouTube streets. I'm back to do this thing. That's why, man, when I built this studio, I'm on this thing. I'm about this life. Trust me. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon, man. And thank you guys again. All you guys that haven't left me and still stay subscribed and all that. Guys, praises be to Allah.